All right. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. We've got some red aggro here with Firebrand, Banneret, and Skirk Prospector here. And Weaselback Redcap at the bottom end of our curve. It's decent 1-drops. We've got Steam-Kin, Phoenix of Ash, Light Up the Stage, some burn spells. We've got Embercleave and Experimental Frenzy here. And then we've also got some Zirda Dawnwaker here because all of our creatures happen to have activated abilities and stuff. So pretty traditional red aggro with a 3/3/3 companion here that can make things not be able to block, which actually seems quite useful. Let's go ahead and pop on into a match here with this and see how it goes. A guy turned down $20,000 for an hour of playing blackjack because he doesn't do gambling sponsors. I'm certain that number exists. I'm also certain. Yes, correct. Yeah, it's like, for things like that, it's like, if you have to ask what the price is, you can't afford it is the answer. Ooh, cycling. Hey chat, do you know how long the last year has been? This card's still standard legal. There are definitely GRN cards that don't feel... I agree, Marty. They're just like, they're so far from playable at this point. The chain animation is for... That's funny. There's people in chat that just don't even know what the chain animation's for. That's awesome. Remember being able to play 2 CMC creatures that didn't say draw card? Right? Like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're like super dead to Flare. Although I guess he has 1 mana Fire Breathing 2 at the moment. Was Fauna Shaman worth playing a 9-1? I liked Fauna Shaman today. So I could make this not block. I could make this 5, 3, 2, and then these each give +1/+1 because they mentor. So this would be 6, 10, 12. If I mentor onto the Steam-Kin, I can remove the counters to pump more. Oh, yeah, that's true. Good catch. Okay, so we do this, and then we go pump this up, pump this up, pump this up, and now I need to not auto-order triggered abilities. So then we do this, and do this, this, 11. I didn't count. I miscounted. Well, you know. I deserve that. Hey, Zephyr. Beat Mythic for the first time this season. Congrats. Let's get your sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. Yeah, okay, decent line, not quite good enough. Oh, I want these for Zenith Flare, right? Miss Spade, thanks for 11 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. We do still have a referral link for Raid, but we hit our goals / quota on it, so I'm not offering any additional incentive for people to do it. So if you think you'd like the game, definitely check it out. There's a bunch of us that play it. Pop on into the subs Discord server. If you try it and like it. Zirda and Pump 2 Fire Breathers is kind of great. Smack you for 12. So they should be dead here, right? Firebrand is our 4th card in the bin. We'll escape the Phoenix, and then we'll pump it and kill them. Phoenix plus Zirda, super impressive here. Is there a way to switch companions between games on Arena? Yeah, you just drag the one out of your companion slot and drag the other one into it. Oh, I totally could have used the castle because it's Zirda last turn. Yeah, good call. In my head, it has a specific converted mana cost, but you're right. Zirda definitely reduces that too. I'm gonna keep this. Yes, Jacob Jeffrey. You brought me some food. Oh, you're such a good son. Thank you.
You're welcome. So cold, so cold.
It's cold. Close the door, please. Is the food frozen? The Uncrustable is frozen, and the yogurt was refrigerated. Perfect. Get to kill this and play this now. Oh yeah, I suppose I should save the strike because it goes to the dome. That's probably true. Ended up not really mattering. Oh, I guess that's true. This being exiled makes Zenith Flare worse, whereas Lurrus being exiled doesn't really matter. They're probably not returning the Lurrus. It's a good thought. I want to stick Tibbers before they pop off a Zenith Flare here for value. So he stops the life gain on that nicely, which is great. Lead on this. Plenty of cards to feed it in the bin. Maybe I'm supposed to lead on Zirda, so that way they can't Devout Decree this on me next turn before I get to pump it. Maybe that's true. Zirda, genuinely impressive with these creatures that pay mana to pump to attack that normally are a little bit more expensive. Like super fire breathing, pretty reasonable, especially on the evasive flyer. Never lucky, chat. Never lucky. Oh yeah, completely agree. There's no world where that hand that we had there was a mulligan. 0% chance we're supposed to mulligan that hand. I think I'm just doing this. Maybe I'm supposed to do this. Let's do this. Probably a Tibalt matchup. Honestly, the thing I missed most from Zirda is actually this matchup. The fact that I don't get to play Rampaging Frostodon with Zirda feels bad. Like, we have to play Tibalt as our anti-life gain card, and that doesn't feel particularly good. Zidra's been super reasonable with our fire breathing cards though. Scorching Dragonfire is decent versus Uro. Kinda, it has like a very specific window where it's good, and you're generally not leaving mana up on the turn where it's good. So it hits diminishing returns very quickly. That's a very bad top deck in a lot of situations. Oh, I do have the borderless for the other Art Lightning Strike. That's a good call. I forgot about that. Activating Mentor plus playing the 1-drop would have been lethal that turn. Yeah, maybe I want to be honest, I didn't count Leslie. I believe you that you counted and that would have been lethal. You can still play the Dino if you think it's worth it. You're right. I could give up the companion in the Field of the Dead matchups if we thought it was worth it. That's definitely a choice we could make. Sans Cry of the Canarium. I'm pretty happy with just playing another bird here. And then I think we're actually gonna go land, light up the stage post-combat. Just use my mana. Also, like, with the Experimental Frenzy, I'm super incentivized to get my hand empty ASAP here. Can't wait for Hoots. Me too, Kill. Excited to cast the event tomorrow. If I do this and light up the stage, this might be wrong. Alright. Alright.
Well, my assistants are painfully slow.
Lifelink is cheating, something like that. The tournament starts at 10 a.m. Eastern. Magic is definitely not gambling. Certainly not. Yeah, Jeskai Terms is, like, disappointing compared to the Luca deck. It's really not good against the Luca deck either. Wow, you want to talk about cheating? A Boreal Grazer is cheating, chat. A Boreal Grazer is cheating.
The more messier.
Okay, if they don't have a removal spell here, Tibalt denies them life gain for another turn, and then maybe with Embercleave we can punch through here. Experimental Frenzy doesn't seem super stellar. I feel like I want to flip the direction on those. Like, I want to leave a couple for, like, when they clean our board up, but I kind of feel like, especially with the Phoenix of the Ashes to be returning. Oh, that's brutal. Especially with Phoenix of the Ashes to be able to return, I'd rather have more cleaves and less frenzies. Wait, you're giving me another turn with Tibalt? Sure. I guess I get to play Yorion this turn, though, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. I'll take the play for the next game. Sure. Yeah, remember when Risk Factor was a playable card? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Alright, you got this figure. Smells like it. Respect is a playable card for fleeting moment. For fleeting moment. What are spells? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Alright, it's not bad. A mutate deck with Carnage Tyrant. Oh, Carnage Tyrant. Cast Aether Gust. Put your 6-drop on top of your deck. Because this is the type of spot where Experimental Frenzy would be very good. Be able to just catch back up. I don't even generally like to, like, approach it from the subjective standpoint of things like what's fun or not. I just think the biggest issue with the Luca deck is like what's fun and not fun is super subjective. But like from in terms of like attackability and counterplay, the Jeskai Nexus deck just offers so much more counterplay than the Luca deck. It's kind of unreal. The Luca deck just does not offer counterplay. It's not a choice you have available to you.
My assistants are painfully slow.
Sure. Okay, so they're down to 6 here. And, like, they can escape Uro next turn, but they're not going to gain life with it unless they kill Tibalt first. And, like, considering how much we flooded this game, it's impressive that we're still playing a game of Magic. A little bit of a sequencing mistake there. Gosh, they're so close to dead. Like, Lightning Strike and Shock are both lethal next turn. Because they'll take 2 and 2 from blocking. They take 2 with Castle, and then they take 2 from triggers. Man, that's unfortunate. Jamming 2 bad cards together doesn't make either of them playable. If we hold back, a strike could be lethal. Yeah, you're not wrong. This is also, like, well, it's not a direct comparison because these have been pressure for us. Like, if we had Rampaging Frosted on here, how different this game is with that as a tool as opposed to Tibalt. Because Rampaging Frosted on makes all of these things hammer them for damage, which obviously I don't have the life total to sit through that. I could have activated this to kill their zombie. It just doesn't matter. We're going to draw a Lightning Strike and kill them next turn, or we're not. And actually, this attack here with the Cavalier means that they're dead to Phoenix as well. Womp womp. Alright, we're not nearly done with this deck. We've only been playing it for about half an hour. But I need to run to the restroom and brush my teeth so I can put my Invisalign back in. So we're going to take a quick 2-minute break while I run and do that. Not going to roll an ad or anything like that, so we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. Don't go anywhere. Be back with more Red in a moment. Alright. Let's mark a few more people, huh? Yes, this was a cut the line, Saban. Foil strike! Ah, you're a little too slow. I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down so I don't forget. How'd Mason do? Real bad. It was not a good scene. Wind condition was slow and clunky. Wind condition was slow and clunky, and interaction was real bad. Kicker and activate ability is an additional cost. Yep. Are you dead yet? Looks like you would have won the matches if your Tibalt had been dinos. Not necessarily, because then I wouldn't have had Zirda, and they also had spot removal at different points, so like, hey, they could have spent spot removal killing the dinosaur, and they can't spend spot removal killing the Tibalt. So like, it's not as simple as just making a direct one-to-one comparison. The games just play out fundamentally differently if this card is a different card. How's the stream been? Anything stand out? We played Black Red Zombies as the first deck today, and it was very reasonable. It feels like there could be something there. If you're someone that's new to the channel and not familiar, I tag a favorite deck or two every day on my website here, and Black Red Zombies will definitely be the favorite for today. Yes, Gem Palm Zombies. Had some quality, like turn 4 kills. Felt super reasonable. Dear opponent, please don't sweep my board. This board is all I have, opponent. Please give him a chance. Give him a chance. Bump up, the wump up, the jam. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, look at the goblins working together, teaching each other new skills. You love to see it, chat. Has anybody bought a feature match yet? That's not something I've explored. think we just do this. Since they're a Yorion deck, just kill their threat. Do this, smack them. The feels when you miss 1,000 damage. That's great. Hey, I'm gonna pull that one up. Not bad. This actually isn't too big of a deal, because whenever they try to kill here, I sack for mana, and then they don't gain life, and then they die. I hope this deck's reasonable. Seems okay. Zedra sweeten it. The Phoenixes are sweet. The bot match thing is super annoying. If I had had a deck selected to play against Sparky, we would have played against Sparky a lot of times today. Did Jeskai turns too well? It did not. I think that deck's just worse than playing Jeskai Luca. Prospector being real funny here. And by funny, I mean super reasonable. Not a bad turn 3, chat. Not a bad turn 3.
If you surrender now, I still have time for... I don't think you'll be needing that.
Wow! Bajuka Bog, my Phoenix. That's just rude.
What a whiner.
What a whiner. $11 dead. Yeah, pay 1 mana, add 2 power is real good. Zedra's been genuinely impressive with the fire breathing 1-drops. Been genuinely. I missed the Steam-Kin play. You're right. Could have done more damage. Could have mentored the Steam-Kin, made mana with the Steam-Kin, pumped it up more. Thank you for pointing that out. I definitely wasn't thinking about that. Steam-Kin. Steam-Kin is one of the most aptly named cards in the last year, I think. It definitely punches the clock and runs away with the game. Well, I was cranky and just had a snack, and I realized I'm tired, so I'm going to take a nap now. I'm basically a 30-year-old toddler. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? The difference is you realize you're tired. The best ones are when, like, yeah, duress this. Ugh. The best ones are when your toddler's, like, obviously tired. You're like, all right, you need to go to your room and lay down in your bed for 2 minutes for a timeout. And then, like, 2 minutes passes, and they're just, like, passed out. It's just like, yep, I know your MO. I think with this in play, yeah, could be right. I think I'm just using this to kill the rat here. It's close, though. At what age do they, like, sleep? Like 13? That's a great draw against the discard deck. Have any of the mono black decks impressed us? They have not. They've seemed mediocre at best. These Bajuka bugs, chat. We keep getting juked. We keep getting juked. The Skirk Prospector's been, like, sneaky good. Yeah, we sack the one they block so it doesn't deal damage to them. Skirk Prospector's been super cute with little tricks like that, and, like, letting us deal extra damage, and, like, the turn with the Steam-Kin that we had in the first game there. This is a really sweet mono red build. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Alright, chat, this is the end boss. We're playing for the Diamond 4 rank floor here. This is for all the marbles. Who's gonna gatekeep? Oh, merciful gatekeeper, please. Please, mulligan, merciful gatekeeper. Zedra just got banned in Legacy, right? They banned Zedra along with Luris, if I recall correctly. I forgot to do the foil lightning strikes again. I'm so dumb. I'm pretty sure there's no Tempered Steel deck in the queue. I'd have to double check, but I'm like 99% that there's not one. Mono blue versus mono red. Is this a Pokemon gym battle? Asking the real questions. Don't obsession me, bro. It's the thing I explicitly asked you not to do, opponent. Why? Okay, and then Zirda here makes these pay 1 to add 2 power. The old tricky dick. So I pumped him pre-combat because he has Mentor. So I wanted him to be able to pump up the jam. So we'll trade here. They'll take 3. We'll deploy double Weaselback. Ain't no Weaselback, y'all. Do 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 do. Boo do 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 do. Ain't no Weaselback, y'all. Is that one we've done before? I feel like Hollowback Girl might not be on the list. Marty, you should check. I feel like I haven't had a good reason to hum that tune on stream. Gen 1 starters are overrated. Yeah, I think I agree with that. This is so good. Like, thanks for the submission today, Scholar. I really, like, we played something close to this once before and it was super clunky. Like, what you've turned this into with, like, the 8 1-drops feels really clean. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, so I think we just want to, like, have some more interaction and drag our curve down here. That's probably what we want. Shred some sails. Actually, I probably don't want Lava Coil, huh? Since it's sorcery. Like it. Look at how low our curve is. Love it. It's only 15 1-drops. There's only 3 prospectors, but yeah. Why do we have to take Zirda out? You know, for an overabundance of decks on the ladder, they get hosed by Grafdigger's Cage. I think hosed is a strong word. Like, Jeskai Luca, for example, I don't think I'd describe that deck as being hosed by Cage. I think Cage is fine there, but hosed is a strong statement. Got 2 things in play. Got some cheap removal. Really kind of want this to resolve since I don't have another land, but that's what it is. Yep. How many Pokemon are there? Like 700? I believe we're closing in on 4 figures at this point, right? Have to imagine that they're getting close to 4 figures. Master of Waves is not historically legal, no. Hickahawk, any questions regarding tournament stuff, please address them to our, to Christy in Discord. She's handling all the administrative stuff. There are 802 Pokemon right now, not counting Mega Evolutions or Alolan forms. What's a Mega Evolution? You just like put Mega in front of its name? And how are Mega and Dynamax Pokemon different? Dynamax is like Super Saiyan, I thought. Alright, so they're gonna like counter this and let me kill their thing in response? Is that the game plan here? Megas revert at the end of the battle. So Megas and Dynamaxes are basically the same thing? Mega Evolutions are like Digimon, so it's temporary. Okay. Megas stay Mega the whole battle. Dynamax are 3 turns. Okay. They're just gimmicks that don't last permanently. Okay. I have 5 cards in the bin, so if they do eventually deal with this, it's coming back like twice, which is great. Ooh, actually, this is wrong. I should go Steam-Kin here. Alright, you love to see it. Hashtag no justice stream. We've not played against Lugia, Percy, but I agree. This actually has felt a lot more reasonable than I was expecting it to. This feels like a genuinely good aggro deck. They elected not to Wrath and I 14'd them. That's great. They have a draw spell here. Is that why they decided not to trade? I guess they could decide not to trade too, just because like I have plenty of food in my bin. Oh, kind of a draw spell. Not quite Curious Obsession, but similar. Shockwind's a great draw there, obviously. No blocks. Pretty happy to redraw that next turn. Scale of 1 to dead, what are we working with here? Alright, dead side of the scale, got it? Look at that! The loving embrace of the Diamond 4 rank floor. The loving embrace of the Diamond 4 rank floor. Are you about to play a mirror? I think we're about to play mirror. They could be playing a meme too. Nope, definitely a mirror. We're at the rank floor. I'm gonna skip playing a mirror and see how this plays against other things. I'm a giver. I'm a giver. I'm gonna put make my lightning strike spoil too. Duh. Duh. Does that count as a charitable donations for tax purposes? Fun fact, charitable donations for tax purposes only exist for philanthropic billionaires to basically get out of paying tax money by donating money to organizations that they largely own. For normal individuals who make reasonable amounts of money, the standard deduction is almost always better than taking the itemized on your charitable donations. Because the system is fundamentally broken. Stop saying the truth, it makes me sad. It is sad. It is sad. My joke made me sad. It really undersells it to just say bribery is legal in the US. It's not legal, it's encouraged. We have yet to put a frenzy into play in this set. Encouraging rich people to donate with tax policy is better than encouraging them not to. But you don't understand, or you either don't understand or you didn't listen to what I just said. A lot of rich people aren't actually donating. What they're doing is they're just moving their money to other places and saving themselves taxes by putting money into charities that they own. And obviously, hashtag not all billionaires or something stupid like that. But like, you know, by and large, that's what happens. Think we just play Zirda here? And no, encouraging billionaires to donate is not better than doing nothing. What should happen is we shouldn't have to depend on philanthropic billionaires to get things done. We should tax them reasonable amounts and make them pay their fair share. Because nobody becomes a billionaire through ethical, reasonable means. They become a billionaire by profiting off the work of other people, and depending on those people that they're profiting off of, using systems that make them functional and make that billionaire more money. This is going away, so I need to put it into play here. I think we cleave up the Prospector here so we don't lose it, even if we take a little bit less damage. Gates is a good example of someone who does a big portion of his donations as essentially here's money, but it must be spent on Microsoft products. Yep. Yep. Okay, so this only cost me 1 to re-equip, right? So we'll slide this over, and then we'll attack you with this. And then we've got a bunch of burn spells. Is it crazy to want to put my frenzies in the board? I feel like I'd rather put my frenzies in the board. And like, put another lightning strike in the main. And like maybe another Skirk Prospector. We've not played against sweepers yet, no. I can't decide on what to play tomorrow. I want to play a reasonable meme, but might just give in and jam some Winota. Thanks for the 13 months, Arcane. I appreciate that. Welcome back. How much of a control deck do I turn into post-board in this matchup? Like, do I want Redcaps and Lava Coils? I feel like the answer is yes. I know Cleave was okay there, but I feel like it's a cut here. Is it crazy to trim light up the stage on the draw? What if I do this and just like bring in all my removal? I could also maybe make an argument for this because it shatters their cleaves and it cycles as a floor. Is that too much? It's probably too much. I can just kill their creatures. If you want another pump creature, you can play either of the 2-mana ones that pump. Maybe. How much longer until deck lists are due? 4 o'clock, like 15 hours and 15 minutes from now. Deck lists are due. You should submit your deck before you go to bed tonight. Christy and I will be around in case you hit any issues until probably about 9 or 10 o'clock Central tonight. All right, let's do this. That cleverly mulliganed on the draw, so this wouldn't draw cards against us. Friendo. Hoping to dodge ambush here that it looks like they have, unfortunately. Just Lava Coil deal. Ain't no Weaselback, y'all. Ain't no Weaselback, y'all. It's my goblin. It's my goblin. Sure. Alright, let's put a cap in this one. Bump up, the wump up, the jam. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hey, I assume there's a bunch of questing beasts in their hand. Yeah. Yeah, if they hit their 4th land, it's going to be a little scary. They need it this turn, though, I think. Otherwise, we should be able to run them down. The low curve on this deck is incredibly satisfying. Yep. So you're dead, right? I just pump one you're not blocking. Huh? We didn't hit any sweepers, but I feel a good gremlin. I feel like this deck definitely exceeded expectations for me, I feel like. He had low-ish expectations going in. And I feel like we definitely surpassed them easily. So these are all the various 1-mana creatures we could play. None of them seem particularly good. Like maybe Tin Street Dodger is playable. Maybe, yeah, I don't really know that we want shredded sails. Skirk, I'd encourage you to watch the whole set, Kent. Skirk Prospector was actually, like, passable and borderline good in a bunch of different spots that we were in. Actually liked the Prospector a lot. I was thinking of, like, maybe I even play a 4th. Did we want more cleave? I don't know that I want more cleave. Gem Palm Incinerator. Oh, cycling is an activated ability. Ha, that's kind of cute. I don't know. That's probably not good. That's probably not good enough. The party bus did not get played today. It'll be back. We'll be back with the bus on Monday. I feel like I'd like to just do this. Kind of felt like I just wanted a little bit more reach. Take out the ones you don't have foils for. Are there foils available for some of these? There's not. That's sad. Yeah, I feel like I would want to just pull down a little bit. Tibalt's Rager. I don't know that I really like that. I kind of like this. This is like a threat that also shocks people. And this hits any target too, including faces. So I think if I were to try this, I would do this. I would cut the artifact destruction from the board and slide the frenzies over into there, and I'd add an extra strike and a couple Ember Haulers to the main. Dragging the curve down a touch makes you even better against, makes you better with your light up the stages game 1. This is, if you look at the curve of the deck like this, it's like super low. Zedra, I didn't expect a lot from this, but this card was just like felt genuinely powerful alongside the Banneret, Redcap, and Phoenix of the Ash. It was also useful It was also useful when sliding Embercleave at 1.2. He gave us some efficiency to win a game when we needed to re-equip, so that was nice. If you're looking for a red aggressive deck in this format, this seems like a neat take that has a lot of small play to it in a fun way. I think this is reasonable enough to port to standard. No, I don't think so. I think even this build might struggle to get under the good control decks like exist in standard as well. And I think in standard, you lose this. You lose 2 good 1-drops. You only have 8 decent 1-drops, which is a big deal. Yeah, you lose decent 1-drops, which is a big deal. When you lose 1-drops, your Runaway Steam-Kin becomes bad, etc. I think, like I said, I think there's a chance that we might be back against the wall, have a hard time against the Luca deck while we had things in other places. Yeah, you also lose Lightning Strikes, you lose a little bit of reach that way too. You want to cut a land? It's funny that you say you want to cut a land, because I almost said I want to go up a land. Adding, usually the biggest mistake Magic players make is they don't play enough lands. Just for reference, this deck, the fact that like your creatures Fire Breathe and Escape, and you always have a 3-drop in Zirda, I think there's a strong argument to going up a land. Like, another thing you could do is, like, maybe you want to get to 22 and instead of Ember Hauler, you just, like, play the last Prospector. That curve super trim, right? Yeah, the deck makes really good use of its mana between the Fire Breathers, Zirda, and the Castles, too. Yeah, I think I'd probably try this. Just, like, play less 2-drops, just, like, play a bunch of 1s. Yeah, I think that's actually what I would do. It makes your Experimental Frenzies better post-board, too, and your Tibalts when you drag your curve up a scotch. So, yeah, I think I'd end here. I'm gonna go ahead and, I'll export this and throw it up on the Stream Decker for people that want it. That's gonna be it for me for today, though. We've been going for almost 8 hours, and I think I don't want to push too hard, because tomorrow is our 3rd Hoaglandia Open. That is the historic format all day. Really looking forward to cashing that with my buddy Matt. We'll be starting here at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll have live coverage all day. And if you haven't seen our historic Open coverage in the past, it's quite excellent. It's even going to be nicer. It's even going to be nicer than what I'm going to show you. Here. So our past Opens, as you can see here, we have, as you can kind of see, we have the full board, and you see both players' hands for almost all the matches that we play. We've got mine and Matt's ugly faces over here on the sideboard, so very professional. Basically everything you would expect from 2 guys plus one of their wives in the basement somewhere in the Midwest. And if you want to watch our past events, you can check them out here on my website. Everybody stay safe out there. Thank you to everybody, by the way, that partook in the raid sponsorship today, getting us up to hit my goal of 250 installs. I'm going to get all my YouTube videos uploaded and published, and then I'm going to go through and gift subs and bump decks for people that did that. So catch all y'all tomorrow. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, that's on my list, 30 digits. Peace, folks.